500. Unrecognizable at this point, but it's the Mossberg 500. And in the back, we've got a Blackhawk SpecOps Gen 2 recoil reducing stock. I've had to do some adjustments to this, mainly lubrication inside, and keep this bolt here loose so it actually does the recoiling, the reduction. First time I took it out, it didn't seem to reduce recoil at all. I think it was stuck in place. It's supposed to pivot and move on springs, but for some reason it's not doing that. That looks really cool. So this is the modification.
Okay, so I'm going to let you in on a little known secret that I found out. Blackhawk, the company that makes the SpecOps Knoxx Gen 2 slide, it's actually part of a huge conglomerate of companies. And this company makes a lot of the brands that you see in your typical big box sporting goods store. So when you walk in the big box store, right, you go to the shooting department, you see different scopes. Turns out the affiliates of Blackhawk within the same company are Bushnell, which you see, there's a Tasco. You see Tasco optics there in the big box stores. The Simmons scopes are everywhere. Low price, pretty good quality, but low price, maybe not so good quality, but okay. The Simmons scopes, that's another one of their affiliates. Most notably, and I was shocked to see this, but the affiliates of Blackhawk are CCI, the maker of the best .22 ammunition, the mini mags and all that, and also Federal Premium ammunition. Federal. I didn't know these were affiliates. And Blazer. So Blazer, lower quality, it's affiliate. So Federal, CCI, Blazer. That ammo is made under the same group as Blackhawk. And this group is also publicly listed. So this is a relatively large public company that owns all these brands. So that was a great surprise when I found this out. Additionally, they also own Savage Arms. So Savage Arms, the maker, they make a 22 Planker style gun. They also make, I'm not sure, but they may even make the Stevens shotgun line. I'm not sure about that, but Savage Arms for sure. It's I didn't realize that was already acquired by a large public company. So anyway, Blackhawk is not some little company. It's actually part of a large conglomerate. It has a lot of affiliates that make shooting related equipment and supplies, and they have distribution through into all these big box stores as well as the specialty stores. So Blackhawk is, they're great in specialty products that they sell, the holsters especially, and all that. So they're in the specialty stores plus some of the big box as well. But anyway, they make the SpecOps Knoxx. Well, I might even saying this right. The SpecOps Knoxx Gen 2 slide. I don't know why they call it that, but it sounds pretty cool. Anyway, but on Blackhawk, the company itself, the story behind Blackhawk is that there was a guy who was a Navy, he was a SEAL, I believe. And he was out on a mission going through a minefield, and while he was in the minefield, his pack failed. I guess it's a backpack or something. It failed, and all the stuff dropped out of it. And you can just imagine that you're in a minefield and your stuff is falling out all over the ground. Yeah, that's the story. So the guy said to himself, if I survive this, I'm going to go back home and make the best packs and accessories for when you're out in the field. The best equipment. So that's the backstory behind this whole thing, the whole Blackhawk, and they say that okay, that thinking is what guides them as they go forward and make products. Of course, I guess they got acquired or something, and now they're part of a big company. But this is what they say. Anyway, for what it's worth, that's a little bit of the behind-the-scenes story about Blackhawk, the maker of the SpecOps Knoxx Gen 2 slide. I would still love to know where they got the name from. It's a cool name, but don't know exactly what it means.
So you can get this too. Amazing pricing. So I got the Mossberg 500 with the ordinary stock. Very plain looking, no rail. That was $280. Okay, that was on sale, $280. Full price is around $320 or so. $320 to $350. That came with two barrels. This is the 18.5-inch barrel, but it also came with a 28-inch barrel. So I've got two of them for that price, $280. What a deal. And then I could have bought the 18.5-inch version they make with a collapsible stock as well, and it's got a little piece of fabric on the front for your hand grip. But that full price is about $480, and on sale maybe it's about $440.
So all it's got is a buttstock and a pistol grip. So I think you're definitely better off putting it together yourself. Get the basic Mossberg 500, put the stock on it you want, make it yours, make it the way you want it, and I think it's less expensive that way too. Okay, so let's continue.
So I decided to get the base 500 and then put the stock on that I really wanted, because I really wanted to change to this one anyway for recoil reduction. Stock, this one cost me $94. Okay, I got it online, 94 bucks. Pretty good deal. Actually, excellent price. Collapsible, has two springs. Even if it doesn't reduce recoil, it actually is really, really comfortable. It's got an amazing grip. This is the new version of it. It's just really nice. So even if it didn't have recoil reducing, I'd probably buy it anyway. Especially at that price, is pretty good. So that was $94. Blue tape. So if it creases, that means it worked, the recoil reduction. Very slight creasing, not much at all. Oh, you see it broke? Try again. Oh, that hurt, man. Oh, I hit my arm on this table. Wow, I'm going to stand up and do this thing. Let me stand up and shoot. This thing hurts too much. Clear. 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 At 25 yards. Let's see what kind of anchors we got here. Oh wow. Check that out. It's really excellent. There's like holes everywhere. Wow. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good with a red dot sight. I'm using the green color. Wow. Pretty effective. The Mossberg 500 with the SpecOps Knoxx Gen 2 recoil reducing double spring stock. Very nice. Load right to the there, go for a headshot. Oh yeah. Very nice. Try double lock. Headshot. Hey, that flew off. I think this thing's working. Double out in the head. Headshot. Oh yeah. Double out in the headshot. Take your center mass. Double up. Go for the headshot. Oh yeah. Alright, I got that. Yes. Double out again. Now. Okay, everybody. So I decided to go ahead and show you the full takedown of these accessories I put on this Mossberg 500. We got the SpecOps Gen 2 Knoxx recoil reducing stock, so it's quite fun. Anyway, so what we're going to do, you see how I take a lot of extra safety, so I've got double lock here, cable lock for the breech, I use a combo lock for the trigger. You probably only need the cable lock at this point, but this is just a little bit of extra. I did do a safety check, it's clear, do a physical one, use the hands, check the tube, check the chamber, they're both clear. Let's get this guy opened up. If you're into trigger locks, a lot of people are not, but if you happen to be into them, it's good safety, especially if you got little ones around and all that. You just throw a little extra safety on there. I heard don't put on a revolver for some reason, so you want to do a check and make sure there's not a problem. You're not introducing a problem if you do that. But for the purposes of this particular one, I think it's okay. I always safety check it, and before I lock it up, and I've got double locks on it, so I feel pretty good about having both of these locking mechanisms on here. And of course I've got them locked up as well, so just to be extra safe. Alright, let's just safety check it one more time. We're clear. 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 Okay, we are clear. Good to go here. Okay, so we're going to get this guy taken apart here. First thing I do is make sure you put this thing in here. This is going to reduce the tension. And remember, you stick it in with this red thing facing about this direction. Then you work it on down to about that position. Takes the pressure off. And then you got to loosen this one bolt. So this one bolt is what's holding this thing on here. It's a cross bolt. Important thing is, do not make this thing tight when you're putting it back together. Make it tight, it's going to squeeze this thing, and it's not going to want to slide to reduce the recoil. So you pull out this one pin here. Okay, let's set this to the side. Now that you got the pin out, this thing should just slide right off. Let's see if it does. Oh, yeah, see that? This is how the thing works. See how it just slides? This thing's supposed to slide up and in when it's really working. And there's a spring right here. This is the second spring. The first spring is on the inside. You see how wet this thing is? They say it runs better wet. Got CLP on it. The second spring is on the inside here. This lever is holding this thing back. Okay. So now you got that off. Look how this guy works. There's a bar that runs up there. This little wheel in here, right here, slides along that bar. This wheel provides a bit of tension on it too, so it helps to reduce the recoil somehow into the grip. And here's the bolt. There's a bolt inside of that. You gotta take that bolt out. So there's a bolt inside. You gotta unscrew that, and then this part here is gonna come right off. So To get that off, they don't really give you a tool, so you gotta get one of these. Go to Home Depot or Lowe's, pick up one of these things. It's a hex. It's a hex set right here. It's hex, whatever you call these things anyway. It's not a hex nut, but it's a hex driver or something. Just put it right in there. You just unscrew it, and then this whole top is going to come right off. So inside here I can feel this little piece here. This is your strap holder. See that? So you just, later when you put it back together, you put your strap holder here, face it towards you. It's your right side. Sorry, left side facing towards you. So that's the piece. That's the other piece of the SpecOps Knoxx Gen 2 slide. Okay, now the screws come out. I'm just going to hold this. I don't know if it's going to fall apart or not. Just hold it in. I don't think it's going to fall apart. So we did replace that. I think this thing should pivot. Let's see what happens. It does. It pivots off. Great. Okay. Pretty close now. See that? This thing just pivots right off it. That's it. All you gotta do is knock that screw out. See, this is the AimTech rail on the Mossberg 500 receiver with the 18.5-inch barrel. Look at that. See? This is all it is. So, next thing we gotta do is let's just unscrew this thing. Let's just unscrew it. So it's holding my trigger group in, so you gotta be kind of careful with this. That's it, the bolt comes out. We got full separation. This is your AimTech Warhammer rail. It's a thing of beauty. Look at this. It's amazing. We got our standard Mossberg 500. Mossberg 500 receiver. To show you, this is the original stock that came with the Mossberg 500. So hollow, plain, basic. It's got a butt pad with screws right there. Those are the screws you'll take off. You just take the screws off, and inside it's got a bolt in it that's similar to the one I took out of here. It's just like that bolt. You just use the same tool. Take it off. So what you got to do to get this thing out. If this were attached to your firearm, as you can see, it goes right here. Actually, I got it upside down, I think. That's right. So it goes right here. That's where it's going to go. Okay, so when you have your Mossberg from the big box store with this very basic stock on it, okay, you're going to unscrew these screws here. You'll dig the, you won't be able to see the screws because they'll be screwed really far in there. So you dig the screwdriver in, get the screws, get them out of there. That's it. This thing comes off. Inside, you should have just a big bolt like this. So this one had, yeah, it just has a screwdriver, a flathead. So you just get a flathead screwdriver. You don't need this to take it off. You just need one of these with a flathead. Stick it in there and screw this guy here, which is screwed into your firearm. Okay. Once you do that, this stock is going to be easy to remove. Okay. Alright, so now we got to get this thing together. Okay. Just got a strap on the left side. See this bolt, we're just going to fit the thing right there. It fits together really nice. Really solid. Nice. Very well made. And we'll get this. Just get it right in there. Make sure you don't strip the screw like I think I almost did. Make sure you get a real good straight screw right in there. There it goes. Feels smoother now. Well, the first couple of turns, it felt like it was off because I think it was. Almost stripping that screw. No. Seems like it's okay. That's it. It's in there. And it's in there pretty tight. Don't want to make it too tight. That's like an eighth to a quarter of a turn tight. So I was telling you I had a problem with this thing. I can't tell if it's sliding or not, and I can't see it slide. I want to believe it's sliding. So we got this spring here. They said this thing needs to be conditioned, the spring thing. So we got to really, I'm going to do something. I'm going to take this out. They said I could do this. They said I can take this spring out and see if I can push down on this, on the slide. Put the barrel into something soft on the ground and push down on it to manually condition. I'm going to do that. So what we'll do is we'll slide this back on. I'm gonna pull the spring out. There it is. So I'm gonna go take the spring out. Let me do this. I'm gonna put this thing back together first. That's it. Let's take this guy out. This thing holds that tension back. Put the spring to the side. Later, when you actually put the thing together, you gotta put that spring back in there. But I'm gonna first condition it. They said to put the barrel down into the ground, push down on the back, see if this thing moves. So I'm gonna do that now. I'll come back. Okay, I am happy to report that this slide actually works. So when I pulled that spring out, I put the nose of the barrel into the rug, and I put my full weight right here on the buttstock. This thing actually slid. So it slides. It was pretty smooth, but there was a lot. I mean, there's a lot of tension inside. But that's the way they designed it. So I gotta say, I'm very convinced that this thing works. So you ought to run out. Well, only if you're recoil sensitive. Or if you want just less recoil, then yeah. Run out and grab one of these things. Get it online at a discount price, which is around, I think $94. And be careful not to get the cheaper one, which looks almost identical, but it's non-recoil reducing, has no spring system. You want the one with 2 spring system. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put that second spring back in there. I am very happy to report that this thing works. I actually wasn't sure, so at least I know it works. Spring seems kind of hard. Well, let's assume they know what they're talking about and they put the right spring in there. Okay, let's get it back together. Lock this guy up here. Okay. Now, when you're doing this, make sure you don't make it too tight, they said. Just until you feel it stop. That's it. Just stop right there. Pull out your brake. Tension lever, and I think this is it. We're all back together again. Yes, we did it. we're ready to roll here. See that? Very nice, beautiful. SpecOps Knoxx Gen 2 stock AimTech Warhammer rail. Sub-miscellaneous optic on top. Mossberg 500 inside. And this, by the way, is the original foregrip. This, you may find when you get your Mossberg 500 that your foregrip does not come off. That's what this one is. So there's other ones they make where the foregrip has there's a little screw here and it does come off. But this particular one is not one of those. So anyway, for whatever reason they put this on this particular one, and it is fine. I mean, it works great, and actually it feels pretty solid too. So I like this one actually. Now your SpecOps stock does come with a foregrip, which is a little more tactical looking. I do like that a little bit better. Only thing is it doesn't fit on this. So unless I can figure out a way to slip it around the outside here, I'm just going to go with it the way it is, and maybe someday we'll figure out how to change out this this stock for something else. It looks like you might be able to, but I can't tell. Let's see. Let's see some little. Let's see something there, a little pin. But I think we're good the way it is. And by the way, this is really a perfectly shaped hand grip on this stock. All right, everybody. That's about it for today.